your both hands. Okay, now, there's a lot of different ways to apply this point, okay? I found the best way is using the gagging and retching reflex, but it depends what you want to do with the person. If you want to drop them down in front of you, or if you want to push them back into somebody else, or if you want to push them back and trip them up by stepping on their feet, okay? Now, he grabs me 2 hands. We're going to say he grabs like an in tight one, okay? Now, you can go over or under, okay? How tall are you? 6'7", so it's like Sid Vicious, man. So you gotta if as long as you can reach this, do this one. If not, look, you can always do something that brings him in here, and then get it. But the mistake most people make is they put pressure on the chest. So watch, if I'm pushing here and he's fighting, it's really not much getting into his neck. You want to get off of here and back. That causes the direction gagging reflex. It's upward direction. Notice it's the gagging, retching reflex kicking in. If that doesn't work, he has lesions in his brain. He better go see a neurologist. Okay? This is how they test you. You know, a doctor sticks the tongue depressor way in the back of your throat. He's gagging and retching. This is what he's doing. He's testing to see if you need to see a neurologist because you've got lesions in your brain. It's a quick way to test that. If that's not working, so that is abolished, that reflex. I'm going to make an appointment with this neurologist here. You're going to go see him now. Okay? So it works on basically everyone. If it doesn't, they got some serious problems. Okay? Some people tense their seize one muscle and try to fight it and stuff. Anytime you're not making something work, I say don't switch channels to another press. Better switch channels to a strike immediately. And if you're pressing high, strike low. Kick him in the ankle or something, rather than trying to, you're pressing and then go back and try to roundhouse him to the head or something. It's crazy. He's already prepared mentally that you're doing a high attack. Okay? Something doesn't work high, drop low. Something's not working low, drop high, go high. So, upward direction. I won't keep doing it, okay? Just want to make sure it works. This way and back. Don't lean here. This is where people make the mistake. The most major mistake I see when people aren't making it work is to lean in here. The downward one and scraping the bone can work. It's real painful, but doesn't cause the retching reflex, and they can fight that more if they're really tensing and fighting. Even tensing, a lot of times it doesn't matter. The upward one's still going to work. And the truth is, he doesn't know what I'm doing if he doesn't know me. You know. So when you're applying, like in a class atmosphere, you can try to mentally prepare yourself for stuff, fight some. But in a street situation, it's a little different. No one's going to expect it. Okay. And you do things to distract them. Anything that can distract someone actually weakens it. But he grabs, if you grabbed one hand, do it this way. Okay, do that one hand, and I'm going to push this way and up. This way, corkscrew up and back. Okay, but I have to keep him here so he doesn't turn sideways. If you grab with both hands, he's there. Okay? Push. Everyone peer off, try that, please. Let's see. So he just comes up and grabs me by the throat. Go ahead. I'm striking here. All right. Broke the arm. Okay. I'm on his foot, so maybe I'm gonna knock him back, him down. Don't worry so much about the follow-up right now. What I like to do is give you starter moves. Okay. Grab me with the other hand now. This way, grab with that hand. This way, doesn't matter. Using both hands, doesn't matter, right? You're gonna want to, your guitar teaches you how to do things both sides. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Now, if he's going to crush your windpipe, probably grab him with his right. If he's going to grab it to punch you, he's probably doing it with his left. But if he's a lefty, you don't know. But the chances are he's probably a righty. You're a righty? Right. So you're planning on punching me with the other hand is what your main thought was, right? I'm going to grab him and punch him. Good. Okay. So, grab me. It's an ant bite this way. It's coming. Point of origin always. If he's starting a fight with me and he say, "Hey, you want to mess with me?" Right? I don't go, "Yeah, come on, let's go." I don't do that. Don't square up. I always hear, "I didn't have the chance to square up. He suckered me." Well, squaring up is the first mistake. Because you're telling him you know how to fight, you want to fight, and you're mentally prepared to fight him now. Now he's the same way. How can you take someone by surprise when you're telling them what you're up to? Right? Martial arts, whether you believe it or not, more sport martial arts, less. But even sparring, what do you figure out to beat people? Some tricks, right? Some deceiving moves. It's all about trickery and deception. If you're straight up with the person, they know what's happening. So I'm going to let him know. If he's pushing me, hey buddy, I'm not a fighter. Whack! Boom! Right? I'm gonna take him by surprise. This flick to the eyes is this. Okay? That's to the eyes. You think you can handle that to the eyes? No. He's going to be screaming. Make a point where I fight, practice your kata. I said, what do you mean? Practice your forms. You do medieval fighting? Good. You practice it enough, it becomes second nature. It comes from you. Just like our martial art comes from us. After a while, it just starts flowing out of you. A martial artist isn't someone who signs up at a martial arts school. A musician isn't someone who signs up in music classes. Okay? After a while, you become that martial artist. And you'll know, after a while, you become that musician. You don't have to think of every chord, every note you're playing. It flows from within you, outside. Okay? You train enough, these things come out of you naturally without thinking. How do you make the kata do that? You want to get good at mastering kata? Practice it 100 to 300 times a day. Most people don't like that answer. How do I master fighting with kata? Practice it over and over and over and over. That's crazy. I'm just going to get sore. No. It starts to reveal itself to you. Starts to become part of you. Starts to flow out of you without thinking. You start to be able to react with these techniques. How do you react with sparring techniques? You spar and spar and spar until it just flows from you. You stop thinking about everything you can do. It comes out of you. But if you spar more than you practice your kata, you'll be better at sparring, and you're going to end up relying on your sparring techniques rather than deadly stuff that's within your kata. All the kata stuff is deadly. He punches at me, here's just a basic nahanchi move. There's that flick. Here's the finish. You do that in a sparring match, you've killed him, you're going to prison probably. Okay? So, sparring's playing karate. Kata is fighting karate. Not that you can't just do a basic kick and take somebody out, or kick someone in the neck and kill them or something. You can defend yourself against the average schmuck with, sparring moves. You get a seasoned fighter, you got to be good at kata if you want to defend yourself in karate. Now, if he's rushing in, we practice slow. You cannot hit this in practice. It's too dangerous. If you want to practice hitting, hit the arm. If you can pinpoint that arm, you can pinpoint that head. You want to practice hitting the head, have them lower it down and start getting faster at lowering it down at you. But never practice actually hitting someone with this one. Even a scrape, even a press, he feels that big time. A hit, forget about it. A real painful. Okay? We're going to do this one now, just a grab to my neck. You hit. Now here we got 2 points, and here we got 2 points. Either this way or this way. Either of them will work. Now see my hands here? I can move it this way. I can move it this way. If I move it this way, I'm going to come up and break the arm. If I move it this way, I'm going to come in and hit that biceps motor point, maybe go out. When you control this arm, you control this arm. And everything we do in karate, a lot of people don't realize, when we're pulling one hand back, it always has a purpose. If he punches at me and I'm pulling one hand back, that pulling back hand hit his median nerve. Okay? It didn't just pull, I'm pulling back the power of this. Yeah, sure that happens. That's not wrong, it's not a lie. But that's basic level learning. You get more advanced, everything has a real deadly purpose. Each move can be basic, intermediate, and advanced. Every technique can be used for anything. So, what move do I use if someone's attacking me? Any of them. What move from kata do I use if he attacks me? Any of them. You throw a punch at me, I don't care. I'm just going to do any move that comes out of me from my kata. You know, the thing is Tai Sabaki. Tai Sabaki is the answer to making it work. You have to change your body position. You never get in a stance, never square off this way. He's in equal position as me. If he punches and I'm just standing here, I can take my correct position now. And now I'm in a position to where he is in a structurally weaker position than me. If he goes to kick me or something from here, I just move in because I'm in a position I can uproot him and move him out of his position. This can be pressed also. All right? A press, we usually will hold on, maybe step on his foot, grab here and do a press, you know, to move him down or something. Okay? But right now we just want to go over the strike. So, slow motion, he grabbed me. I step back with my left. I chop, kick, place that foot down. Remember, don't kick so high. How you kick? You're off, you're on one foot. He rushes forward, you're going down. I don't know how stable you can be against someone on 2 feet when you're on one. Okay? That's why, if you say you throw a front kick or a knee or whatever, I can manipulate his balance at that moment because he is in a position to where he was on one leg for just an instant. Okay? So at that point, you can manipulate their balance. So you stung him kind of by this. Bang! He's kind of in shock for a second, kind of like a mental stunning. Wham! Then strike. Kind of, it's like putting the pause on a video game and figuring out what you're going to do next, and then turn it back on. By shocking the nervous system, kind of like, oh, and wham! You hit him. You know, right in that carotid sinus.